Hey guys, stop building nonsense mansions. This is useless. Learn how to build mansions correctly. What I'm gonna say in this video will be beneficial to you if you are going to end up building a house. So this video is for millionaires. If you don't have money, please keep scrolling. So always remember the things, take note of everything I'm gonna say here. What makes a mansion is not this nonsense design. Alright? I don't know where people got this idea of putting pillars in front of the house, and this doesn't make it a mansion. It just makes it look cool from outside. Most of these houses, when you get inside, you will see that there is no concept. It's not a mansion inside. It just looks nice, but it's not really a mansion. It doesn't provide that feel inside. I'll show you why. First thing to consider when building a mansion is the bathroom size. Inside your bathroom should be large enough. Most of your life will be spent in this restroom. Make the restroom wide enough. Even if you are renting it out to somebody, anybody that comes into the house will appreciate the restroom. Okay, stop building tiny restrooms that you have to squeeze in. There are some restrooms that some overweight people cannot enter because it's so tiny. And you call it a mansion. It's not a mansion. Okay, so my rule of thumb is if you get into a restroom and spread your hands, it shouldn't touch the walls. That's how you know that it's wide enough. Okay, just look at this one. As you can see, there's bathtub, there's window to look outside. You can stay in this bathtub for hours. Okay, there's this, and this is just one section of it, and there's another small room. Look at this. So most ideas you're gonna get in life will come from the bathroom or your restroom, because when the water is touching your body, or when you are relieving yourself, that's when most ideas come. Most musicians have said that that's where they get all their ideas from. Most creatives. So if you look at how many hours you spend on your bathroom per day, it's crazy. It's huge. Some people make trips to the bathroom 4 to 6 times in a day. So most of your life will be spent in your restroom. Okay, so make it nice, really nice. Okay, at least give space in the bathroom, but not too wide. Get what I'm saying? Here's another example of a restroom. As you can see, this is where people will take their bath, but look at this makeup section, and there's space before you see the system. Okay, the next thing that makes a house a mansion is the veranda, the corridor. Okay, so if you're building a mansion, try and add a corridor to it. But also, if the corridor can go around the house, not round, maybe sneak by the corner. I see this corridor that stopped here. There's no reason why the corridor should stop here. It should go to this side too. You see, if this corridor had gone to this side, this is a mansion. Forget about the design. Because if you're living inside, when you're tired of staying inside the parlor, you can come to the veranda and put your chair and enjoy the scenery. Some people will get a land at a good location, but the house itself is a cage. You can't enjoy the location. All right, now imagine that this veranda, now this person puts a glass here, a tinted glass, so that only people inside can see people outside, but people outside can't see people inside. This makes it a mansion, because you can enjoy seeing everything happening in the compound with nobody in the compound seeing you. That's amazing. So the more the veranda in the house, the better. The parlor is just a cage. What do you do in the parlor? Sit down, press your phone, watch TV. That's all. All right. But if you have veranda, you can always come out in the open and enjoy the breeze, enjoy the scenery. Even discuss. Some people that are visiting you don't have to get into your house. You can talk with them from upstairs. So veranda is very important. Stop building tiny verandas that you can't really stay in. Do you understand? Try and extend your veranda. Now compare that previous house to this one. As you can see, this one has a smaller veranda, but it looks like a mansion, but as you can see from what I described, it's not a mansion. The veranda is very small and it doesn't really protect the person inside. All right, and that brings me to security. When you're building your house, the entrance to the house, you have to build it with defensive responsibility. All right, think about a system where people are trying to attack you. Okay, how you have to be able to make it difficult for them to get in. So I love this design, but it's not perfect, but I love it. Look at the entrance of the house. You see this door? But look at this one, there's another window here. So when people are trying to break into your house, you can just walk into this room and you can see them from this window. See what I'm saying? This is a vantage point. So let's say there's a shooting happening and they are trying to break in this door. From this window, you can open fire. So when you are building the entrance to your house, all right, try and make one of the rooms extend by the side to give you an advantage. Okay, don't trust the door. Make one of the rooms extend a little. Now the next one is think of escape during fire. If there's fire, many people have terminated in their house because the house is a trap. So when there was fire, there was no way for them to escape. So think of fire exit in your house. Okay, the way there is a front here, there should be a back. Okay, now the back, in some instances you may even have to put a staircase at the back. Most of the things you will do downstairs will be happening at the back of your house. So you don't want everybody coming out from the house to always come through the front door. Some mansions have only one staircase entrance. No. Try and have a back. Now, even if you don't have the staircase entrance now while you're building the house, build it in such a way that tomorrow you can simply add a staircase entrance, which means you need a veranda at the back. Do you understand? If you now want to add a staircase entrance in future with a little modification, you just open one of the walls and then put a staircase. Next, give enough space. Look at this house now. This house is doing something wrong. It's too close to the fence. Give a car driving space around. If you have space in the compound, all right, don't build the house too close to the fence at any point. Imagine that the car wants to drive around the house. Okay, give enough space for a car to go around. You will thank me later, because sometimes the septic tank for the house is at the back, and then some of the tanks for the house, like the what do you call it, the tank for water, they usually put it at the back to hide it from making a mess of the beautiful scene of the house. Now the problem is that when tankers come to supply water or do any major work in your house, there's a problem. They can't get to the back of the house, so they now need a very long hose. All right, so always give sufficient space for cars to get in. Now another way to know a mansion is the parking space. So sometimes a very nice mansion will have parking space under the garage, will be under the house. Amazing. Okay, but if you have enough compound, you really don't need that, but it's always great if the ground floor is has a garage. But there's a nuance to that. Remember that when you are building your mansion, you will get old one day. When you get old, your knees can no longer handle the staircase. So don't build a confusing mansion that the only way to really get to your room in the house is to climb a staircase. You can do that when you are young, but as you start aging, you'll see that getting upstairs is now a challenge. Before you know it, your house help is living upstairs, enjoying the scenery, and you are trapped downstairs. So imagine a system where you have to put an elevator inside the house. Okay, so you look at the parlor, imagine where the elevator is going to be, so you give enough space for it, just in case you need an elevator tomorrow. Number two is don't build too many rooms upstairs such that you don't have room downstairs again. Number three is that sometimes you may even abandon the mansion and go and live at another place, so you need to convert it to a tenant house. So imagine you putting walls in between and converting the place to a tenant house, which means each room in the mansion should be a sort of self-contained room. So the room should have a toilet of its own, each room. Even if you can't get it to that point, have a toilet positioned such that if you demarcate the house, it will turn to a flat. It's common sense. So that anytime you are done with the mansion, you are good to go. So finally, since you're living in the house, your kitchen should be removed from the parlor. I've seen mansions where there is a parlor and then the kitchen is right there. When visitors come, they can just open a door and get to your kitchen, or they can see your kitchen without a door. Some kitchens are exposed. This is Africa. It's deadly. Visitors can quickly toss something into your food. So your kitchen should be located in such a way that there is no reason any visitor will have to get into the kitchen. For what? Okay, it should be located in such a way. You get what I'm saying? Then finally, make sure there is a bathroom and toilet right there on the parlor. Most visitors will want to use the restroom, so they shouldn't start walking around your house to get to the restroom.